Hello, guys. I can only go live for an hour here. Yes, I'm in my dressing gown. I'll explain later in the live. Can only go for an hour because then I'm teaching English. Today it's very hard to bring the illusion down. Oh, Adam. Today has been an absolute joke of a day, to be honest. Just munching on some chicken right now. Give me a moment. Before I want to get into the live and say thank you, Joey. You're a really good guy. I think you're watching. If you're not, you're a really, really good guy. I just want to tell you that. Okay. I'm probably going to choke on a bone here the way my day is going, guys. Probably going to choke on a bone. And you know me, I like to be positive. I don't want to bring anyone down. I just want to explain today. I don't know if you can hear in the background the rain. There's a torrential thunderstorm going on, and I got caught in it. Just wow. So, hey, Road Doggy. What a great name. Hey, Thomas, how you doing, mate? You legend. Thomas inspired my last video with one of his finds with lens. Thank you for that. Really good connection. Been getting into a lot of arguments trying to wake people up and showing them the undeniable codes you're giving. My advice to you, bro, and I was the same way, is don't force it. Not everyone can see it. Not everyone can see it. Red Pill Monkey sent me a couple of audios yesterday, and I agreed with all of them. He said, your work is so incredible, but you have to do separate videos for certain topics. So he said hey, Jamie Clark, Sebastian, Obi. He said for example, my Hugh Jackman video was incredible, and it just focused on one thing, the fact that Hugh Jackman is a female. Done. And then he said my Liverpool video was absolutely incredible, but then I started talking about Harvey Elliott and Carvalho and Firmino being genetic females, and he said that turns people off. And then he said to me, just think about it, Adam, and I've said this in many lives, bombarding people with this information all at once, they're not going to process it. Just think about when you wasn't aware of this. Just try and do that. Think about when you wasn't aware of this, and if somebody was throwing this information at you all at once, it's too much to process. So he's right. I'm going to try and do videos that focus on the specific theme and stick to that theme. If it was all about the ritual with the 9-year-old girl and the gunshot celebration, that's all I need to focus on. That was enough, although that video was frighteningly good. Serena Williams, yes, come on. And the older he's getting, the more blatant it is now. The more blatant it's getting. And more people are now saying, yeah, I can see why you'd say Tiger Woods is a genetic female, because they're studying anatomy, and they're studying the drugs that they can get pumped with from a young age. Remember, Tiger came on the scene really young. He was really young. And he was always quite feminine looking when he was younger. And he was kind of slight built, and then he became a tank because they're pumping with steroids. He didn't just go to the gym and get that body that he has now. They pumped him with steroids. They pumped him with drugs that we've never heard of probably as well. Neymar, yeah, like Neymar, you can see it. I said this to somebody and it woke them up. And I know this. Hey, Liam, Michael, Coca-Cola, Rick Power, Meow Meow. Jenny, how you doing? Hi, Adam. I got a very interesting written on the Kobe code left on the dining room table. Hasn't mentioned a word to me. I tried, I believe. That's brilliant. The fact they've acknowledged the code's a bit interesting and gone out of the way to do it, that's a big step. So I'll try and do more of them. What was I saying? Yeah, so with Neymar, it's so slight built, isn't he? And so feminine and always being dramatic and dyeing his hair pink. And and all this nonsense with Neymar and the way he dresses. And I've coached guys, girls, really good players. And I'll tell you this right now, that there's very little difference. Like, you know, when you got a good footballer guy and a good footballer girl, there's very, very little difference between the technical skills. If anything, you go on YouTube and go on Instagram and watch skills clinics and stuff, the girls actually can do the technical skills better than the guys. All right? And I've coached girls, guys, technical wise, there's not much difference. Doing these moves and jinks and turns, there's very little difference between a male and a female. What the difference is the physicality. That's what separates. That's why men are better than women. At sports, it's the physicality. So if you were born a genetic female, and from a very young age, you've been pumped with testosterone and steroids and every other drug under the sun, then you have the feminine element. You still have some estrogen within you. You've got the technical side. You've got the graceful side. You always hear that about Neymar. He's very graceful. He's very technical. They focus on that. But also, nobody's allowed to touch Neymar. Or if he does, it's like they clip him. They don't shoulder him. So again, it's from a young age. It's not like they're just having this surgery at like mid-20s. It's from childhood. And it's very easy to do. Okay? Very easy to do. Just most people are not aware of it and probably wouldn't want to do it. I'm eating chicken, spinach, and tomatoes. And I haven't got into my day today. It's been a joke, to be honest. Hey, Hayden. Thomas Richardson, how you doing, baby? No, I won't be having fried cockroaches. Right. Yes, Neymar does have a tattoo of a child doing the vow of silence. He always does it as well when he scores. Is depression a spiritual attack? Oh, it's very, 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 very controversial topic, depression. Very possibly a spiritual attack, yeah. But I think you do have a say in how you respond to it. Like, I'll tell you my day today should make anyone depressed. Maybe I'm being dramatic, actually. So I woke up and I was adamant that I was going to book a flight to England. I didn't care if it was a single flight, a return flight. I just knew I couldn't fly into the US. So for about 3.5 hours with my dad, I love you a lot, Dad, we were looking for flights. And then every time I found one, they then increased it. There's been a price increase by $350. You still want to purchase? I was like, Dad, what should I do? He was like, let's think about it. And I was like, Dad, it's $350 more. We're already charging me like $3,000. And people don't believe this. My dad didn't believe me until he saw and he looked for flights myself. It's an extra $2,000 for me to get to the UK and back because I don't have this. It's an extra $2,000. People seem to think the illusion's rich or whatever. It's absolute nonsense. $3,000 for me is a shit ton of money for flights. I used to be able to get to England for like $900. So we're going through it all. And I booked a flight to Mexico City from where I live. And then because I was so stressed and angry and frustrated, I typed in the wrong date. And then I called up to try and get a different date. And then they wanted to charge me more money to change it than the actual ticket itself. So I was raging with them. I said, are you joking? Is this a joke? You want me to pay more than the actual? I could literally just not go on that plane and get another flight for the day after for cheaper than changing it. What is this? So I'm sorry, sir. Do you want to go ahead with it? What do you think? You think I'm going to go ahead with it? Have a word. Boom. Hang up. All right. Then I'm like, oh, this is Dad. He's like, Adam, stay calm. I got my air control. Bang, smashed it, broken that. That's my fault. Didn't control my temper. All right. So now to turn my AC on, I have to like literally open the thing up. But tomorrow I'm going to get a new one. I was like, air. Of course, it has to be the air conditioner, and Satan's the prince of the air. Of course, it had to be that right next to me that I punched and snapped, basically. I really hit it hard. And I was like, Dad, come on. He's like, Ads, just calm down, go for a walk or whatever. I was like, nah, no. And then I was like, Dad, I'm gonna go ahead with this. I'm gonna pay for that $3,000+ return flight. It's like, Adam. I was like, Dad, I'm doing it. I was like, I want to see my family. I want to see my friends. I want to meet people that I've not met before, that are expecting to meet me, that are excited to meet me. It's like, go on then. Just do it. Just do it, Ads. I was like, I'm doing it, Dad. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. All right. Are you ready for this? Clicked. Confirm booking. You cannot pay with this card. What? Well, I've always paid with this card. There's never been an issue. You cannot pay with this card. Please pay with an alternate card. I don't have another card. It's the only one I have. So then I'm thinking, it was a crazy amount of money. Maybe, just maybe, the bank has a limit on how much I can spend per day. I thought maybe it's that. So I go in my car. It's raining. There's storms here now. Storms really bad. And where I live, it destroys the whole place. All right. I was here in 2014 for Hurricane Odile, Category 4. It destroys the whole place. You can't leave your house. Maybe I want to warn you as well. If my electricity goes out, it could go out for days, if not weeks. Where if I'm stuck here because I can't get to England, I won't be going live. I won't even be able to go on my website if the electricity goes out. So I drive out. I go pay my phone bill. I'm like, all right, that's one thing done. Turn around, drive to the bank. And by the way, just so you know, I don't know if this is going on everywhere in the world. They're shutting down banks left, right, and center. The bank where I go to, there used to be 4 of them where I live. There's now 1. They've shut down 3 banks in the last 6 or 7 months. And we know why, because they want to go digital, which is obvious, which I said about 2 years ago and got laughed at. And they want crypto, don't they? They want the one world government. So I finally get to the bank, but because now there's only 1 bank, there's giant lines. And as soon as I get out of my car for the bank, it starts pissing it down, hammering it down. But there's a line outside to get in. There's literally a security guy that lets you in one at a time. All right. I'm like, what? This is a joke. That never used to be the case. You used to just walk in the bank and wait in the bank. I'm getting piss wet through here. I go in, and obviously I can speak Spanish and speak pretty well. But then you're trying to explain your situation, and occasionally there's a word you're not sure of, and you get pissed off, and they're looking at you like, what's he on about, this muppet? So eventually, wait in the bank 45 minutes, explain my situation, get on the phone to somebody who asked me about 97,000 security questions, which was pissing me off. How much more information do you want? You want to know the size of my dick as well? You want that as well? She's doing my head in now. And then I said, listen, is there a limit? Is there a limit per day on my card? And then they said, let me check, sir. I was like, all right. Shouldn't you know this straight away? Put me on a stupid hold with silly Spanish music that was pissing me off as well. And then they say to me, yes, sir, there is a limit, which is 50,000 pesos a day, which is like, I don't know, 2.5 grand or something. I was like, all right. So, of course, my ticket had to be like 55,000, whatever it was. So I was only just over. I said, is there any way of increasing it just for today? Yes, but only if it's for one of 2 things. I was like, ooh, what are these one of 2 things? What is it? Okay, is this going to finally work out? Am I going to finally get that plane ticket booked? Yes, you can only increase your allowance, Mr. Edwards, if you are paying for a funeral or medical expenses. I was like, in my head, I was like, is there any way I can lie about this? And then they were like, but you will need to prove that before we go ahead with it. I was like, oh shit, I can't pretend I'm paying for a funeral or medical expenses. So I was like, no. I was like, any chance? Come on. No, sir, 50,000. That's the maximum. I was like, all right, so I can't book that flight now. And I then go to this store, much love Surap, who's from Turkey, who sent me some money over Western Union style. I went to this other place where they said, it will work here, sir, because the other place where I spent 30 minutes, it didn't. So I go there, and I'm in there 30 minutes. And then it gets to the end of it, and it doesn't work. I'm like, why doesn't it work? I don't know, sir. Why? What do you mean? Are you asking me why? I don't work here. I've given you everything you've asked. I've got proof that this girl sent me money. Why can't I get it? I don't know, sir. Oh, my goodness. All right, great. So that pissed me off. And then I'm like, geez, my fridge is empty. Woo! My fridge is empty. There's a storm, and it's here now. You can't even tell. All right? It's really bad. The roads are destroyed right now. So I go to Costco, which I can't stand that place, but I stocked up on some food. Probably should have bought more thinking about it now, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to leave my house the next 4 or 5 days with this storm. So I get my chicken, lasagna, fruit, all of that shite. And as soon as I get out of Costco, torrential storm. And I was like, am I going to be one of these Muppets who's just going to wait there for hours until it stops? It ain't stopping. So I just sprinted there, Usain Bolt style, drenched, new shirt, drenched, jeans, great day to wear jeans, Adam, denim jeans when it's pissing it down. My new Vans, I run out, I stand in a puddle that has a shitload of dirt in it. My Vans are pretty much screwed now. Great, that's fantastic. Drive home, the roads are screwed, all right? Go up this hill, rocks are hitting my car. Yes, rocks. It was like a video game, avoiding the rocks coming down. I was driving up the road, the rocks were coming down with all this dirt and shite, all sorts of stuff. Avoiding it, drinking and driving. Finally get home, pissing it down. Oh no, I'm going to get all this food in. All right? It's like 3 boxes of it. Go in, come out, tripped over the curb. Woo! Tripped over the curb, banged my knee. And then I'm like, shit, drop some of my groceries. Woo! Pick them up, run in, take my shoes off, screwing about my shoes, put my flip-flops on, go out, grab the other boxes in. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, this is an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace. And what else has gone on today? There's other stuff that's gone on today. I can't even remember. But I'm like, why can't I get to England? I bit the bullet. I was like, I'll pay the $3,000. I'll do it. My family's more important than money. And then I'm like, is this the devil? Is this God? Is this whoever just testing Adamir to see how much I want it? Or is it a sign from God? Don't go. Is God doing all he can to say, don't go? Is he protecting me? I don't know anymore. I just know in my spirit, I want to see my family. It's been 5 years since I got to England. And they're doing everything in their way to stop me. Everything. I can't fly into LA. I rung the US Embassy up. I rang up United Airlines. I'm just calling these knobheads on the phone. Can't even speak English as well. It's infuriating, man. And now knowing I'm going to be stuck in this apartment for the next 6 days, it's going to be pissing it down. Michael, not a chance that I'm getting that. If you say that again, Michael, I'll give you a jab. Smart ass comment. I'm never getting that. Made it really hard to get in the US, obviously across the border. There's the opportunity for me to do that again. But now I've already booked my flight to Mexico City. I'll lose that. And I could fly to Tijuana and then cross the border to San Diego and get a train to LA and do all that shite. But then getting back, I don't know why there's not more flights from Mexico that go to England. Why is there always layovers? Why are they always in the US? Screw people, that's why. They don't want you to travel. They don't want the illusion in England. And a part of me is like, well, I'm going to get there. All right, you're trying to stop me because they know I'm going to be powerful when I get to England. Or, like I said, is it God protecting me? Don't go, Adam. Maybe there's some muppet who's after me there. Maybe Queen Elizabeth's going to stab me in the head or something. I don't know. And now I have a cheese string. Can't open it because I got greasy fingers. Pretty much sums it all up right now. Greasy fingers, man, of course. Absolutely raging. Like, what a stupid time to put on my new shoes and shirt. Guess I deserved it. Sorry about the dressing gown. It's shit, isn't it? Dirty little brown, shitty material. It itches. But it's the first thing I thought about putting on. I didn't want to put on a full outfit. Any chance? So I'm raging a little bit. So I hate wasting my time. And then I get nothing at the end of it. The only productive thing was I've got a bit of food in my fridge. Everything else was a waste of time. Well, I found out I have a limit on my card. So that wasn't a complete waste of time. And I paid for my phone, which I used to be able to do online, and now they won't let me. Pick and choose, don't they? Big ass line there to pay my phone as well. I'm ranting here, guys. This is a rant. I ain't coming here. I ain't coding for you. I'm not throwing numbers out. I'm pissed off and I'm ranting. And I got to go in about 45 minutes to teach English. Someone said, who said that? Fat Enemy UK just said Ric Flair dressing gown, a robe. That's brilliant. Thank you. I needed that laugh. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. Can't leave the house. I love these live streams where you just talk freely about whatever. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to get to England. It's going to be pissing it down, isn't it? But at least I expect it there. Not in the desert. What am I doing? Why am I putting my new Vans on when I knew there was a great chance it was going to rain heavily? That is silly for me. I almost deserve it. They've got loads of shit on them now. And it's that weird-ass suede material. I was wearing like the worst material. Denim jeans, suede shoes. At least my car's clean. The nature boy, Adam Edwards, baby. Like, it's like, why don't they want me to get to England? And what, $3,000 to go to England? It's not that good. It's not that good. I'm only going for my family. Otherwise, there's no way I'd visit England for a holiday. $3,000. If I see Boris Johnson, man, if I see Boris Johnson in England, and as for YouTube, stop unsubscribing everyone from my channel, you muppets. Stop limiting me. What are you afraid of, eh? YouTube, what are you afraid of? That I'm revealing so much? That I'm speaking so much truth? Got to hide it from people? Eh? Unsubscribing people, you're a disgrace, YouTube. And will you get rid of me soon? Probably. Well, anyone who works for YouTube who knows what's going on with this, you're going down. All right? Let me speak my mind. I'm not even that controversial. I back up what I say. Stop unsubscribing people from me. Yeah, the dye has leaked from the jeans onto the shoes. And it's not blue suede shoes. I'm not freaking Elvis. They're red. All right? They're not blue suede shoes. You think I'd be that pathetic to wear blue suede shoes? You know how much shit I would get in England from my mates if I cruised up in blue suede shoes? Oh, blue suede shoes, Adam. Yeah, good one. Good one. Now shut your mouth. Yeah, they can't handle the truth, Joseph. Joseph, I'm pissed off today. And it's hard. I don't have to do this. I was thinking maybe I don't go live because maybe it'll bring people's frequencies down. But then I was like, maybe they'll laugh along the way. I don't know. $2,000 extra because I don't have that. And even then, they don't let me book anything. And now I'm wondering, like, there's so many storms where I live. What if they cancel my flight? Sorry, Mr. Edwards, we can't fly today because of the storm. Do you have insurance? No, I ain't paying the $200 for it. I ain't. Well, you had the option, sir. You've lost your flight. What? You've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. Get me on the next flight. It ain't my fault. Insurance, $200. Are you having a laugh? And then I got to pay for a bag as well, which was about $40 odd on top of my $3,000 for the flight. Really? And then you don't let me book it? So it ain't about money, is it? You don't want me in England, Satan, do you? You don't want me in England. Back to my homeland. I'm going to wake up so many people. So many people. So many people. Shakespeare, yes, was from Coventry, supposedly. Do what the Afghans did. Yeah, maybe I'll have to do that. Maybe I'll have to go full-blown Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, jump on a wing of a plane. Yeah, Tom Cruise, you're 5'4". I wonder why. All right, wearing your high-heeled shoes on set, making sure every extra in the movie is shorter than you. You're a joke, Cruise. And again, it's not Tom Cruise is not his real name. Denzel Washington's not his real name. Channing Tatum's not the real name. They make up names. They make up names. I'm sure they were born with a female name. So obviously then they changed them. Would it be cheaper to cross the land in the USA and buy a flight from USA to Europe? Potentially. I need to look into it. I have to fly to Tijuana, that's $300. Cross the border, get the train, which is $45. And then I don't know what the flight is from LA to London. I'm sure it's all right price. And then I can't do the return because they don't let me fly into LA. So I'd have to do it separate. But then if I wait till I'm in England, my dad said, Adam, everything's going up. Prices are going up on everything. If you book it in England, you might be paying like $4,000 to get back home. They can do whatever they want. My dad's smartening up now, Dad. Woo! Thank you, Dad. You're smartening up to what I've been saying to you. He actually said today, for the first time I've ever heard him say it, that society is sick. The first time in 67 years he's ever said that. Finally, he said, yeah, it's a joke. He went, you were right, Adam, all along. I was like, yes, Dad. That means a lot. Because my dad don't like talking about this stuff. He likes to keep his head down. He's a great guy, a loving guy, but he don't want to think about how shit the world is. But now he's eventually opening up to it, that it's a disgrace, that his son can't get back. And he was there every step of the way with me this morning. Joey was with me. Joey, I was about to click confirm booking. And as I was about to click it, my dad called. I thought this is going to be a nice father and son moment here, like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Obviously, I was born on my dad's birthday. I was like, Dad, I'm going to click it. Like, go on, ads, go on, do it. What? I can't pay with this card. Dad, you're screwing me. Adam, calm down. Adam, don't do anything. Dad, they're not letting me pay on this card. And I've never had an issue ever since I moved to Cabo, since I moved to Mexico for 8 years. Well, maybe it's not meant to be, Adam. Well, maybe I'm going to make sure I'm getting there, all right? He said, Adam, calm down today. Don't book a flight. Try again tomorrow. And I was like, what if it's gone? Then try another day. And then what about my flight to Mexico City? Well, go spend a few days and have fun in Mexico City. And I was like, yeah, but the hotels. He's like, Adam, just get a shitty little hotel, a hostel. All right? Just always having an answer from him. I was like, there you go, Dad. All right. So I'll try again tomorrow. But this has been 48 hours now of me trying to book a flight and then screwing me over. Like how one time in the space, and Joey saw this, in the space of 5 minutes, they took my flight up $200 in 5 minutes. Prices increase. You should get it at this price before it goes up even more. Why did it just go up in 200? Why did it just go up $200 in 5 minutes? Because they're scam artists. My dad is waking up. I'm so proud of that's patronizing. That's very patronizing to say I'm proud of my dad, maybe. But I don't know. I'm buzzing that he's starting to see it. He won't watch football anymore, I don't think, either. I don't think he don't religiously watch my stuff. He don't know I have a following. When I told him that a friend of mine is going to pick me up and take me to Bradford, he was like, who is it? It's like Flinney. He was like, who's Flinney? The guy who played for Bradford? I was like, no, it's a guy from London. All right, you go to university with him? No, Dad, I've never met him. What? Wait, you're getting picked up by some random guy at Heathrow who's going to take you to Bradford that you've never met? Yeah. Can you trust him? Yeah. All right, Adam. Okay. And then he was like, if you get a National Express, make sure you book it online, because if you book it in London, all right, physically, they charge you double because they're scam artists, like all the politicians are. Yeah, Mbappe, don't get me into it. I don't want to talk too much about the trans agenda, because that's when they limit everything. But again, look at Mbappe's mum. That's all I'm going to say about that. Look at Mbappe's mum. See, it's a bloke. Blatant. Yeah, I would listen. If I get to England, or maybe I should start using the word when. When I get to England, if you want to meet me, come see me. If you live in England and it's Manchester, it's 45 minutes away. If you're in London, yeah, it's a bit of a trek, 4 hours, 5 hours. If you're in the Midlands, a couple of hours. If you want to see me, see me. I'm not going to have the money to be able to just jump on trains and buses and flights to come see people. I don't know. But if you want to come see me, I'll be open to seeing you. If you live in Manchester, get to Leeds. Get there in 40 minutes. Or maybe I'll get people to go to Manchester. My mate Nathan wants a night out in Manchester. I've had a few nights out in Manchester. It's actually fun time. I know people that take group private flights in the USA should look into that. How much are they though, Jimmy Mack? They're going to pull my pants down? What do you make of Biden's speech last night? I won't listen. We was talking about lightning, then that's Satan. I can't listen to Biden. I can't watch professional football. I can't watch movies. It pissed me off and I called them. So in regards to Biden, I know that he's working for Lucifer. For me. That's all he's doing. Satan has us in the shackles. People need to break out. I'm doing my best, HD. I'm doing my best. I left my job. I left my beautiful house. Left my beautiful wife. Trying to escape the Matrix. I was willing to pay all that money to get to England, which would have killed me, because obviously I'm not going to work for a month other than the website, but that's not enough money. Although thanks to everyone who signs up. And it seems that anyone who ever cancels, they literally email me and say, I don't have enough money. Then that makes me feel like shit. People don't even have $10, because the fact that they've gone out of the way to email me and say, hey, I had to cancel because I can't afford the $10. It's like, wow, it is bad. Financially, people are in ruins. And again, Gabrielle, who I love to bits, he said, Adam, at least you have the money to do it. If it's $3,000, at least you've got it in your account, because there's many people in the world that would dream of having $3,000 in their account. I was like, yeah, that's a nice way of looking at it. But knowing that $3,000 out of my account is going to hurt. It's going to be painful. But whatever. I tried. I clicked the button and it felt right. And then they told me the card doesn't work. So here's my other option is I book a single. I fly from here to Mexico City to London, and then hope that when I'm in London, there's a flight I can book back, or maybe I can figure out doing that now. But I feel like I'm looking, and the prices change. And I know people say use a different device, it'll be cheaper. And I think that is true. What if someone lives in Africa? I don't know. They'll probably never leave it. Most people who are born in Africa never leave Africa, unless they're wealthy, obviously. All you can do is do your best. It's good advice. I can hear all the sirens. There's going to be so many accidents. For now, right now, the rain stopped. Great. I'm glad I got caught in it. I'm opening my door. Wait a second. I want you to see my balls while I'm walking. feel like knocking someone out. That's the issue. And when I'm like this, I'm usually really calm, chilled. Adam, you have the potential to bring others together when you come to England. That's one of the main reasons I want to get back. Fat Henry. I'm excited to meet people from this community. That's what I want to do. I know this can be a life-changing, game-changing day of getting a group of people like-minded, sharing the stories where they're not going to be judged. I did it in LA. Went out of my way to go there to meet people that I'd never met before. One guy said it was the best day of his life. I don't know if that was meeting me or just the whole experience of being around like-minded people. He said, there's nobody around me that I can speak to about this. This was the best day of my life. That gave me so much joy. And he wasn't talking about coding sports. It was just everything. And I'm like, maybe I can do that for somebody in England. Maybe they're going to say that this was the best day of my life, meeting Fat Henry, meeting Divine, meeting Joey, meeting Illusion, meeting whoever else that I forgot. All right? I want that. I want to see my family. I want to see my brother. I want to see my nephews. One of them I've never seen. I want to see my sister. I want to see my best friends. I want to play football. I want to eat some shitty English food. I want to curry. I want to get away from here for a bit. I've not traveled for like 3 years other than LA, where I used to live. It's like going home. Respect to anyone who's going through a rough time. Yeah, like you got to stay positive with it. All right. I ain't a guy who's going to like necessarily feel sorry for myself. I will get there. Even if it's going to cost me $6,000 or whatever they're going to end up doing to me, I'm going. I'll deal with the money. I'll deal with it. I'm going to try again tomorrow. If it's today, it's not meant to happen today. Maybe tomorrow on 9-3, because 93 is connected to Jesus. All right, 93 is so connected to Jesus. Maybe tomorrow it's going to work out for me on 9-3. It's just not, it's not happening for me today. Today's been an absolute disgrace of a day. The one positive, and I know they're not good for me, is I bought a bag of M&Ms. And tonight, after I'm done with my English class, I'm going to sit down with a cup of tea, say a little prayer, and eat some M&Ms. And I know they're Masonic, and I know they're bad for me, la-di-da-di-da, whatever. I'm going to have a bag of M&Ms and a cup of tea. And then just pray, say a little prayer. And then maybe I'll code for tomorrow. I don't even know. Is the Premier League games or whatever. I hope you like my Erling Haaland video. I thought it was, again, sorry for using superlatives to describe my own work, but I thought my recent Erling Haaland video was outstanding. I can compliment people. I can compliment myself. I know when my videos are really good and when they're pretty good. If you haven't watched that Haaland one, guys, somebody as well leaving a comment saying Master Mason wrote the Revelation. You have never read it, have you? Master Mason wrote it and it's coding everyone's lives. Have a word with yourself. Watch too much Hubbard. You've watched too much Hubbard. Master Mason wrote Revelation. Keep it quiet. Would that storm have affected your flight? Yeah. They don't fly when there's storms. I don't think anywhere in the world when there's thunder and lightning. You saw, anyone who watched my live stream yesterday, you saw the lightning. I was talking about Satan and there was lightning. All right, there's going to be lightning tonight. The issue with lightning is it can destroy the electricity poles. Then I don't have electricity. Then I'm sweating my bollocks off because it's actually really hot. So I live in the desert. It's one of those where it's raining, but it's boiling. But the rain is warm, so it's not refreshing rain. So you're sweating and then this warm rain goes on you. It's like, I don't know. Say you're in England and you actually get a nice day for once. And you're craving out for a cold shower, but it's pumping out boiling hot water on you. That's not nice, is it? Yeah, I'm not going from Cancun, and I know you're going to find flights for me. Saying that London to Cancun's direct. It's a direct flight. Where I am, it's a mess. You can look it up. If anyone wants to email me, I'll tell you where I live. You'll see that I'm not bullshitting. My dad saw it. Joey saw it. Just charging ludicrous prices. I'm trying to be creative. I was even like, should I fly into France? Wow, $2,500 just to get to France. So I've tried Guadalajara Airport. I'm trying. Like, I'm trying to be creative. I'm not being, this screwed me over once. I'm trying so many options here. I'm like the coach here. I'm like, all right, I'll make a few subs. All right, now I'm changing the formation. Right, keeper, get up there. Trying everything for that goal. Can't say I didn't try. I'll discuss sports coding whilst we're there if you want it. But when I met those guys in LA, yes, we talked about certain numbers with sports, and I got everything right that day in baseball, which made me look good. But whatever. I'll just talk like I do in my live stream. Ask me anything. We'll have a beer. That guy who said I had a wheat addiction because I drink once a week. If anyone's going to say that to me, I'll knock you out. If you're in front of me and you say I have a wheat addiction for drinking once a week. I'll drink more than once a week whilst I'm in England, for sure. A few beers with my mum, with my mates. Maybe go play five-a-side, bang probably 35 goals, and then have a beer afterwards to show the world I've still got it. People saying, Adam, you shouldn't play football when you're in England. What if you get injured? Well, then it was in my script, wasn't it? I got the NHS and get put on a waiting list for 97 years before they see me. Boat cruise, I'm not sure how that's going to work from here. You're an engineer. Can you engineer some type of anti-tyranny device? Nope. Nothing wrong with Shreddies. Yeah, I have to say Shreddies back in the day was a decent cereal. But only if they were sugar-coated. I didn't like the regular Shreddies. I didn't like shredded wheat either. Why don't you just make me eat sand? Hey? Shredded wheat. Dry. It's like eating hay. All right, it's bullshit. Honey Nut Loops, all right, I'll have a bowl. And I know cereal's really bad as well for you. All the sugar, but what isn't bad for you in a store these days? All right, what isn't bad for you in a store? I'm sure even the fruit and vegetables being sprayed with shit. Like the one-eyed symbolism here. Wait, my phone's going. See who it is. Idaho. Hello? Well, is this the one and only 6079 Smith? Guys, bro, I only have about 30 minutes because I've got to teach English.
Oh gosh, I don't even have that long. I just thought I'd call in just because I thought I'd call in sometime.
Guys, 6079 Smith is on the line. The guy who puts these insane codes in the chat. He's on the line, guys. And again, you know my lives are so spontaneous. I don't organize half the shit that I say and who I speak to. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Okay, the floor's yours, mate.
If I'm on the phone with you, I can't access the chat.
Okay, no worries. Well, listen, mate. You've just after the day I've had, you've uplifted my spirits there. All right, the floor's yours. If you want to just want to pump out codes.
No. Gosh, no, I'm late to your live. I don't need to have the floor. No, thank you.
Okay. Well, okay, maybe we can dance together then. Maybe we can have our first dance. But yeah. So you know my situation. You hear what's going on. Like, what's your advice for me about getting to England? I was willing to pay $3,000, and then they didn't allow the transaction to go through. Just try again tomorrow.
Yeah, I just got in the chat about a minute and a half ago, so I wasn't familiar with exactly going on. You're going to go on a trip to England?
Yeah, well, I've spent the whole day trying to book a flight to England. It's going to cost me $3,000 return, which is insanity. Yeah, it used to be $1,000, but because I don't have the you-know-what, they're making it really hard and expensive for me to travel. And then I eventually went to do it. I thought, all right, it's just money, Adam, deal with it. And then when I got there, they said that this card doesn't work. And then I went to the bank, and it's because there's a limit on my card. And I tried to increase the limit, and they said, no, you can only do that if you're paying for a funeral or if you are paying for somebody's medical bills. So I haven't booked the flight. And then there's been a storm today. I got caught in the storm, piss wet through, new shoes destroyed, denim jeans on. Just been a shocker. Just been a real shocker. Let me just read out this code then that you've just sent me. So you're talking about November the 7th, 117, 2022, the 31st anniversary of Magic. Are you referring to Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
Magic Johnson announcing that he had HIV. All right. And the day before, 116 of this year, will be 11322 days since he announced. Oh, my word. And then, bro, wait, I love your work. 11:60 a.m. is the 666 minute. And obviously 11 times 6 is 66, isn't it? When the Church of Satan was found. All right, I've got some of your... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The 911 as well. It's unbelievable. And 9 + 1 + 1 is 11, isn't it? That master number. All right, what have you got here? Let me read some.
I sent you a bunch of them. I appreciate the work that you do. That was an epic 5-hour live last night. I was kind of in and out of it, but I appreciate the work that you do. You're a legend in this.
Thank you. Yeah, in the space of a few hours, I did 10 hours in 2 days. In the space of a few days.
That's insane.
You are like Rain Man, though. You are the Rain Man. I don't know who I am, but you're Rain Man. So, all right, from Obama's birth to the release of Rain Man, 999 days, is it?
I can't see the text. Yeah, I'd have to see.
And then you said, like how a rainbow was a promise not to flood the world again, and it flooded from rain and other things, Mr. Rain, but not Mr. Rain BO, but not body odor. But yes, that stinks more like PS because he's so total, like he's gay. Oh my word! I like your codes because you add humor to them as well. What did you find with the 56? Was it connected with an NFL player with the 56? You found an amazing code, I think. He signed for Seattle. Some guy signed for Seattle.
Of this year, Kobe is the sister city to Seattle. Kobe, Japan was founded in 201 AD. Kobe's a sister city to Seattle, so they're like twins. And coincidentally, on 5/6 of the year of the 56th Super Bowl, Seattle signed a guy named Kobe Bryant.
That's what. Yeah, it's Kobe with a C though, isn't it? And people say, well, it's with a C, not a K. That's not the same. It's like, oh my word, there's Kobe Bryant, and there's also a player called Miles Bryant that plays for the Patriots. Miles Bryant. Miles Bryant and Kobe Bryant.
Did you see the one I had last night? And I'm not even trying to. I just always want to put as a preface for any of my comments that I believe in God, wholeheartedly. He is the way, the truth, and the light, and he's the only. And so I think people read my comments sometimes, they're like, this guy is.
Well,
this or whatever. It's like, no, my brain just works differently. I don't know how to.
It's amazing. It's a gift. It's a gift. Thank you, Divine. Thank you so much. So I like this one that you sent. You said, hey, wait a minute. Did Floyd pay for Floyd's funeral? Because obviously Floyd Mayweather supposedly paid for George Floyd's funeral, who never died. So obviously there's no funeral to pay for. Weird coincidence.
Yeah, Money Mayweather. What month did it take place in? Oh, May.
Yeah, Money Mayweather, yeah. And it was in May. George Floyd died, didn't he? May the 25th. And the square root of 25 is 5. 5 times 5 for your Satan. And then you said
255th day of that year was 9/11. 25-5 of that year was George Floyd.
Boom, exactly. And check this out, mate. When I was booking my flights, attempting to, I was going to return on 9/29, September the 29th. And 9/29, 9 minutes 29 seconds is how long Chauvin supposedly knelt on Floyd. They changed it from 8:46 to 9/29. And 9/29 is the 158th prime. And that's when the Society of Jesus were recognized by the Catholic Church on 15/8. So I'm going to come back 9/29 if I get my flight sorted. Thank you so much, the beer guy. Means a lot for the 199, baby. And then you said, weird coincidence, because I'm a coincidence theorist. When George died, Money Mayweather was 2256 weeks old. Kind of like how the year 22 was the 56th Super Bowl. And you call it the Super Bowl, don't you?
Yeah, because it's the tribolation, because Kobe means drunken beef, and Jordan was a bull, and Obama was a bull.
Did-
And it's not that I worship any of them, but
And
like
you-
I've said before, you don't see people wearing Tom Brady's shoes in the inner cities. Nobody's getting shot over.
Yeah,
the
say that again, because when you said that, I was like, this is absolutely bang on. Listen to what he says here, guys, because he's bang on. Say that again, what you just said.
Just that, you know, it's about basketball. I mean, they had the predictive programming from 2014, 3,011 days before George Floyd was Trayvon Martin, and they were saying, "I can't breathe."
Donald Trump said, "I
5G
can't breathe" as well, didn't
internet,
he?
And this, don't take this the wrong way, but 5G internet, the NBA's 5G's on a court. Don't judge me for that. I'm sorry, but
No, that's
they're predictively programming in multiple ways. Dennis Rodman marrying himself. Wilt Chamberlain sleeping with 20. I mean, they're at the forefront.
and then you got Wilt, haven't you?
Programming
Wilt Chamberlain, like, do as thou wilt. Do as thou wilt, like Crowley's
Yeah.
motto.
Yeah, and people aren't in the inner cities getting shot over a pair of Tom Brady shoes. People aren't in the inner cities, you know.
It's Jordan's, isn't
trying to
it?
get some-
It's Jordan's.
Jordans.
Yeah, it's Jordan's.
It's the hip hop culture. He's the richest athlete. Maybe not necessarily now, but you get what I mean. And then the fact that he's got the all mocking tongue, and then you can relate to the only other all mocking tongue I can think of in pop culture is the group Kiss. And what was Jim Carrey's character? Jim Carrey born the 17th day, like Q. And what was his character? And he played the Riddler, which is a question.
And he played the Mask.
And what was his character in the Mask? Stanley Ipkiss, an internet provider, Kiss of Death.
Internet provider, Kiss of Death. Wow, and Stanley almost like his almost an anagram of Satan, isn't it? Stan.
And he's wearing the green because we all need to go green because I beheld the rider of the pale horse Chloros, which looks and sounds a lot like Clorox.
Wow.
Chlorine, the 17th element, like Q, the 17th letter, but they're both for our safety, so don't worry.
Wow. Jeez, yeah. And 17's the 7th prime, innit? Like Jesus rested on the 7th day. Did you see the
Like Michael Obama born on the 17th day?
Yeah, Michael Obama, Big Mike. Well, do you know who Bill Turnbull is? You might not because you're from the US. Have you ever heard of Bill Turnbull?
Sounds familiar. I'm not.
Okay, so Bill Turnbull was a presenter in England, very popular breakfast host. His name's Bill Turnbull. So first of all, Bill sounds like bull, and his last name's Turnbull. All right.
Yeah.
And then he died. I haven't even done a video on this. I really can't be bothered. I'm exhausted. So his last name's Turnbull, first name Bill, like the Bill of Rights, maybe. I don't know. And then what you've got here,
or like B-Ill.
yeah.
Like B-Space Ill.
Yeah, wow, I didn't even think about that. So
Okay, I could keep going.
I did this. So the bull's connected to the beast, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Turnbull died at age 66. Number of the beast equals 66. Michael Jordan, the GOAT, which is the Baphomet, connected to the beast, ended 6-6 in NBA Finals. Chicago Bulls, like Turnbull, were founded in 66. Bulls in gematria equals 66. The NBA was founded 6-6. And did you tell me that 1106, like 11 times 6, is what? What did you say that is?
The 666th minute of the day, and James Naismith was born on 11/6.
And that's the guy who founded the NBA, yeah?
Yeah.
And then the Church of Satan was founded in 66. This season's NBA season begins on 10:18. Luke 10:18, he replied, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. He died on a day leaving 122 days left in the year. Satanic 122. Pope Francis 122. Kobe's 666 game was on 122. And guess what, mate? He died 311 days after his birthday. Coronavirus declared a pandemic 311, the 64th prime, like kill.
Yes, coronavirus could declare a pandemic on 3/11, which was also week 11, third day.
Exactly. And then you had the US election, which was on 3/11, the 3rd of November, which was rigged.
The November 3 Alpha election.
And and 3 times 11 is 33, and Bulls gets you 33. And obviously 33 is connected with Jesus and with Masonry and practically everything major, the number 33. So yeah, it's mind blowing. And you talk a lot about the Golden Bull year, don't you?
Yes.
That intrigues me. Can you
I think
explain that a
that
little
was
bit?
something that kicked it off. So the Statue of Liberty is a 311 star fort that was commemorated on Bill Gates' birthday, but like 100 years before.
The Statue of Liberty is dedicated to Lucifer, isn't it?
Yeah, and so it's a 311 star fort. So it is actually a 311 star fort is like 3 divided by 11, which is 2.2 or 27272, which is exactly how many days old Trump turned on the Golden Bull year.
Wait, you got to repeat, bro. This is where you are the Rain Man. Can you repeat that?
So on the beginning of the Golden Bull year, which was 212, like how you're just talking 122, while in the rest of the world, February 12th would be 12-2, which goes along with your 122 Kobe and all the other things. On the day of the beginning of the Golden Bull year, Trump turned 3 divided by 11 days old, which was 27,272 days old.
Now that is special. That is
I have about 3 more with that same thing. I mean, I have so many comments that just I lose track of them. My mind wanders.
that is insanity. And it wasn't Kendall Jenner born 113 as well?
Yes, she was.
Who has
Colin
Ken?
Kaepernick, who has
the name
Kaepernick,
Ken?
who was all about starting all this division and kneeling and funded by Soros, who they're going to starve us, and coincidentally, he's from Hungary.
Yeah, George Soros. And by the way, you know, you're talking about 5G. That's like 57. G's the 7th letter. 57 is Kobe Bryant's NBA final record. So maybe after Super Bowl 57, they're going to really push up 5G everywhere, which we can't really talk about. They put me off for that, but keep an eye on that. Wait, you've sent me so many. Sorry. The Paul George one was good, and obviously Paul George has 2 male names, like they always seem to do with these people. Paul George, give him 2 men names because he's not a man. All right, let me read this out. It's quite a long one. This is almost too hilarious. 7599 days between the Me Too Day of March the 1st, 52, until Melissa Milano, MM for you 33, me to tweet on October the 16th, 2017, which is like the 59, 17th Q prime sandwich between 79 to 22nd, which is the prime of it. It was 2 or 3 or 4 of these. I might think it was delusional, but when it's like 20, it seems a bit much. Yeah, and then you was talking about 2020 vision, and a lot of people woke up in 2020. They woke up, and they always talk about 2020 vision. 20 plus 20 is 40 by the end.
I think 2020 was the beginning of it. So 2027, I think, by then will be the end of it. And I'm not saying the tribulations started. It doesn't have to be 7 years. The days were shortened for the elect's sake.
Well, do you know, you said 2027, and 2027 is the 307th prime, which is the 63rd, which is a huge number, which is the 9.
That is huge, because 307th day of the year is 11-3. Wow. So 2027 dropped to 0 as always. It's 227, which 22 divided by 7 is 5.
Yep, and 227 is the 49th prime. Like Revelation, and 49, the square root is 7. Goes back to that 7 again. The 7 and 9 is all over the place. 7 and 9. Right now it's 9, like really dominating. But my word, I think since my journey, I always see 7s. So we got 7 colors in the rainbow, 7 chakras, 7 deadly sins, 7 dwarfs, 7 days in a week. There's all these 7s that are really huge. And like Kobe gets to 7 NBA finals, the whole world changed after he died. If he died, or the character died, or whatever it was.
So here's a huge one that I've commented a couple times. I don't know if people have heard it. I don't know if people have listened. And like I said, I can't see the chat. I find it absolutely astounding. So 122, Kobe's big game. So 122, right before he died, Mr. Planters Peanuts sacrificed himself. Planter, like Kobe translates to supplanter. Supplanter means one who takes the place of someone else, like an antichrist or a false idol, which is exactly what Kobe was.
That's amazing.
Supplanter also means a leg grabber or a heel puller. Not only did he pull his Achilles,
Snapped
but
it,
he's also
didn't he?
pulling our leg. It means leg grabber. He's pulling our leg, and which that makes sense because Beans and Peanuts, Kobe Bean Bryant, Mr. Peanut. Beans and Peanuts are related. They're both legumes, which is spelled leg-u-me because they're pulling our fucking leg.
Yeah, they're joking with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're making it so blatant now. Somebody said this. Hayden made a good point about your 2-1-2 and 1-1-2. Chicago Bulls in gematria is 1-1-2 and 2-1-2, which is good. Yeah, I forgot to mention
and
that.
2-1-2 is 2 times 106. Now drop to 0. It's 216.
Wow, that 216, which is obviously 6 times 6 times 6, and
then it's the 56th Super Bowl. I always say the Bibles. I'm not trying to blaspheme the Bible. I'm saying Jordan and Obama. They're both from Chicago. Bob Kane, the creator of Batman, says that Gotham City's not New York, it's Chicago. And he died on 11/3, of course.
yeah.
The 56th Super Bowl, the two Bulls, they're born 562 days apart. In reverse, 265th day of the year was Batman's Day.
Wow, I'm going to that 216.
56 times 2 is 112, like the singing group 112, like the New York area code 112, which they also have.
The Jesuits operate in 112 nations, and Catholicism equals 112. Mathematics.
Big with Aleister Crowley too.
Yeah, that's a great point. And going back to your 216.
112 could also be 11-2, which is KB or Kobe Bryant. I don't know.
And 11 times 2 is 22, and Kobe's highest scoring game was on the 22nd day of 2006. Satanic.
On the 33rd anniversary of the JFK assassination, Kobe was 6,666 days old. JFK died on 1122. Kobe Bean Bryant, 1122. K is 11. Bean Bryant.
Kobe retired in 2016. 2016 is the 63rd triangular number. JFK was assassinated in 63.
Yeah. Before I think he was like a certain number of days right after Jordan's birth, and I can't remember off the top of my head.
But Jordan's got to be connected to the River Jordan, and then the Lakers are connected to water. That's why the Lakers beat the Heat the year Kobe died. That was like the elements, the water and fire. And then water won, which is, I think, is a good sign. Like if anyone's water, it's Jesus, because he walked on water, and Satan's connected to fire. So the fact that the Lakers beat the Heat, I think, it's a beautiful sign for us believers out there. People might just think it's nonsense, but I like that. And that 21-6, going back to that Super Bowl 55, the Satanic Super Bowl, the halftime score was 21-6 to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Which is 27 points, and that Super Bowl was on 2-7, and then Brady retired with 333 days left in the year. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27.
Yes.
Somebody just said, "Wow, I support my."
I just got off work. I actually had to park my car here. It's 100 degrees in my city, but I pulled off in the shade. I got to get home to my daughter. I so am gracious and thankful and appreciative for you letting me in your chat, and just for the work that you do.
That means a lot, mate.
I think if somebody watching, listening to your video, you should give them a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. It's not easy doing what Adam does. And it'd be different if he's, putting together a 10-minute video or he's doing a half-hour live stream.
Yeah, thank you.
Like he says, he does it with little to no thanks. He might get here's $5 and after taxes. It's not much. So
no, I know. I'm always grateful.
Share his videos. Give him a share on Twitter, or if you guys are on any of that.
Yeah, I think that's me. Oh, there we go. People don't have to send me any type of money. Does it help? Yeah, of course it does. But I think, like, for example, now, and again, I'm not a guy who's going to be like, hit the like button. I don't do that. There's a lot of people on YouTube. They have people employed to be like, make sure you hit the like, make sure you donate. There's people doing that. Something don't feel right about me having somebody doing that. People have offered to do it. But
that's what I said. I'll do it for you. You didn't ask me to.
No, I never asked. But yeah, I think, for example, if there's 50 people in the live, there should be 50 likes with what I'm doing. Yeah. If it helps the algorithm. I don't even know if it does. I think it's so corrupt. but maybe, just maybe it does. It's so easy to click it, but I just feel cringe. I used to hate watching people who say it. People usually do it at the beginning now. Hey guys, make sure you hit the like button straight away. It's like I can't. It's not in me.
Maybe just do a little icon in the bottom of your screen. Don't even say hit the like. Just do a thumbs up, icon on the bottom of your screen. That's
Yeah, maybe there's a way around it. I'm so
way of
shit with
just saying, come on,
technology.
guys.
Yeah.
If you're watching my shit for free, so at least support it.
Yeah, that's fair, mate. Thanks for saying it. Yeah. But yeah, if you gotta go, mate, you gotta go. Plus, I've got to get ready for my. Oh my word, it's 4:44 for Jay-Z's album. 4:44. What time is it your time?
It is 3:44.
Okay, I can't really think of anything with that. Just it's 10 in noon.
I got a 4:44 for you though.
4,440
days after the book 1984 Obama was born. I don't know.
What? And isn't 4 times 4 times 4 64 and 3 11's the 64th prime?
That's good.
There's
I'm
another
not
one.
as good with those things. I just do date duration when I memorize them.
Well,
usually when I do them, it's that I didn't learn it from somebody else. I calculate it myself, and it makes my jaw drop to the floor sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, like 4379 days from the release of the book, or from the release of Monsters Inc. until the release of Eminem's song "The Monster." Well, 79 was 43 years ago, and then in 79, Seattle's Jack Sikma, like being sick, won the MVP, and he was 8,588 days old. I don't know, it seems interesting.
Like what?
79, 22nd prime.
And again, just right before you go.
One last thing. Obama is not really 44 though, and that's a huge deception too. And I'm not here to argue with anybody about it. I'll call him Mr. 44 or whatever all the time. But
well, because he was the 44th president.
Because Grover Cleveland, like where LeBron's from, Cleveland meaning to divide the land, had served 2 non-consecutive terms, but for some reason they don't number the presidents that way. So really, number 44 was Trump. Obama was 43, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I've had a few people tell me that like Biden's actually not the 46th, is the 45th, and all of that.
Yeah, but either way.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was amazing, and I didn't expect it, but there we go, guys. You've heard the one and only 6079. He's pounded out some codes that he's just memorized, and hope you enjoyed it.
Very last one. This is maybe me having a delusion of grandeur about myself, but I found it interesting that when I looked it up, if you count the end date on all 3 of these, and I'll leave you just with this, I was born 551 days after Kobe. I was born 7779 days after Obama. I have the same birthday as Joe Biden, and I was born 7217 days after the GOAT. Those seem like some pretty. I'm always saying 79, 22nd prime, 217 to GOAT.
And now in 2022, where you're pulling out all this knowledge. Well, I know you had it before. But
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just when I first found some of these things, I was like, maybe it's just better if I don't. And it's just like, okay, but maybe not, because people aren't waking up. People don't know that mask translates to mockery.
And do you remember when?
But it's just wobblyism. So.
Do you remember? You know, you and I can talk about COVID coronavirus connections all day. I could talk about it for 10 hours. I've got one for you here, which you may or may not know. You obviously know Dwayne Wade from Miami, yeah?
Yes.
He broke Kobe's nose, and then Kobe had to wear a mask.
Yeah.
He had to wear a mask because he got his nose broken.
Yeah, I remember him wearing the mask.
Yeah, it wore a mask. All right, another Kobe connection with coronavirus. You probably say, no, the mask was because he broke his nose and this, but it's the mask. Kobe wears mask. It's like that's what the headlines were. Kobe stars in mask. It's like, oh my word.
Jordan's teammate R.I.P. Hamilton wore a mask.
Yeah, and recently Devin Booker, who was trained by Kobe, he had to wear like this mask because he got his nose broken for the Suns.
Yeah.
On this like the same ritual as Steve Nash, who played at LA for the Lakers, and he wore number 10. Steve Nash, then he went on to coach the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know if he's still there. Maybe. I don't know if they got rid of him. But yeah, another Kobe connection with a mask, wearing a mask. I'll have to do the duration maybe from when he got his nose broke by Dwayne Wade.
That's probably my wheels just get turning thinking about it.
Yeah, you're gonna find something there with the dates. No, I know. Like I know when I'm gonna find something with a date. Something tells me it's like I know that big date's gonna, and it's not searching and begging for it. And it's like I know there's gonna be a date now from Kobe's nose break to when he first wore that mask, and then from when he first wore the mask to when coronavirus was declared, or when they first told us we have to mandatory masks, or maybe from the movie The Mask. Maybe we need to do from the movie The Mask as well, because that was one of my favorite movies.
Released July 28th, 1994.
And remember in that movie The Mask that the bad guy gets it, Dorian, and he was like basically the demon of the movie, one of the beast. Yeah. Right? It was like, there's always time for one last kiss with Cameron Diaz, who's a bloke, hence the name Cameron, and the fact she has no hips, all tits.
Yes.
But yeah, wow. Unbelievable.
It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna get home to my little child. But,
yeah, I've got to go in like 5 minutes anyway. But I'm gonna say bye to the chat. So I'll let you go, and we'll do this again another time. But I'm glad this happened. You too.
Take care. God bless you, Adam.
Yeah, God bless you too, mate. Thanks for everything.
All right, bye.
Thank you. Bye. Well, that was unexpected, eh? That was unexpected, guys. Now I'm hot in this dressing gown. That was really unexpected. 6079 Smith just made an appearance. That was like, in wrestling where out of nowhere, it's like when the Hardy Boys returned and nobody expected it, or Austin or whatever. Nobody's expecting it, and the music goes off. 6079 Smith, down out, just pounding out codes, down out, and down, and out. And then I can obviously just be his tag team partner. 6079 Smith, The Illusion, tag team champs. Although I was tag team champs with Jay Saul, but I have not spoken to him in a while. A house divided cannot stand. Exactly. It's like a deck of cards. It will eventually collapse. Yeah, I don't go in churches or chapels. That was great. Thank you, Johnny. That was a banger, man. Yeah, I have to go. But like 6079 Smith said, again, I don't promote this, but hit that like button. Share my video. It takes a minute. It's a second. Just do it automatically if it helps me. But I have a feeling that within 6 months, my YouTube's gone. I think it's gone. And join me whilst you have me. And if not, I'll try go on a different platform. I've got a feeling it's on its way because they're shadow banning me now more than they've ever done. So they say you get shadow banned and then boom, you're gone. So we'll see. I'm not going to try and manifest it, but I don't know. But anyway, cheers. I better prepare for my English class. I'm not going to go at 113. People might say this was a deception video if I got 113 and we talked about 113. I'm going to wait till that 113 is over. So I know how weird people are, the comments that I get. Use love and evidence. Yeah, thank you, Divine. Thanks for always being there and supporting me. How many subscribers do you think you actually have? 20, 30,000. Easily. They say I have 5.61. I would times that by 3 minimum for what I have. I think they're definitely bullshitting me. I've done the best work of my life recently, and I've only been going up about 40 subs. I've been doing the best work of my life. New people always messaging me, can I have your book? Just sub to your channel. My friends sub to your channel. Can they have your book as well? It's like, all right. So yeah, 20,000, I reckon, are watching me. And I know how many of you are not getting my notifications or getting unsubscribed from me. If you take away all that bullshit, what they're doing to people like me and Joseph, yeah, I've got way more than 5,500 that they're keeping me on forever and a day. But whatever, I'm not in it to boast and tell a girl or guys and my mate, look how many subs I have now. Check out me. I don't care about that, about how many subs I have. I care about making an impact, and I'm doing that. I know I'm doing that. And as long as I feel like I'm doing that, I'll keep doing it. As long as I have a platform, I'll keep doing it. All right, I'm off. I'm glad that I did this. It's relaxed me a bit. 6079. You really are a great guy and obviously a great coder. And you code differently to the way I do, which is nice. It's nice to bounce off each other. You know what I mean? It's like Kobe throwing it up for Shaquille O'Neal dunk. Got to work with each other. All right, I'm off because I'm actually starting to get really hot in this ridiculous dressing gown now. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Much love. Take care. ciao. Maybe I'll speak to you tomorrow if I have electricity. And for people on my website, I'll try and code a few games for you tomorrow. I've not been able to do it today, but tomorrow I'll try and do it. And if I get my flights booked, I'll go live and tell you all, and I'll arrange a day we can all meet and hang out. Bye, guys. Oh, God. Oh, mocking tongue. That was just a deep breath. Got to be really careful what I do now with accusations. So thank you. I'm off. Got to go wash my plate up. Cheers.